Steve, what was your greatest Santa Clara moment?
I guess you know, I think when you look back, this is the same as my NBA career as well. When you look back on all those games and all those times, you know, I really remember my teammates, you know, more than I do like any games or shots or even seasons. You know, the time, you know, and the relationships we developed, you know, we're still friends to this day, and those are the things that last. You know, the games, the wins. You know, we went to the tournament 3 or 4 years, and that was really special for sure. The Selection Sunday was always, you know, kind of 2 years was a really exciting time for us. But you know, all that stuff kind of blends into one, and what really lasts is the relationships with your teammates and the stories and things you go through together. I mean, you know, I wish we were in closer contact. I wish I got to come back to school. You know, it's tough for me, especially with kids and everything. But you guys are on the corner still.
Yeah.
So you start right around the time we go back to training camp. Usually I'm already in the facility working out, and then, you know, you guys finish. My kids aren't out of school yet. It's like I never really have a time to sit in the summer. In the summer, it's crazy. So that's one of the things that I wish that myself and all my classmates, my teammates, would go back and kind of spend more time. I mean, I'm sure they get back once in a while to watch you guys play, because a lot of them are there. I don't get to do that. So I have no regrets. I think that, you know, I was lucky. I had a real, and I still do have a real passion for the game and for challenging myself and to get up and fight every day. I think to have that purpose, you know, gives me a lot of happiness. You know, I go to bed at night with with something driving me to get up in the morning and go do and go after and work for, and then I wake up in the morning, you know, with a real purpose, and that's a great way to live. You know, no matter what it is that you're going to do one day, or you know, whether it's in the game of basketball or outside, you want to hopefully find something that, you know, gets you up in the morning. You can't wait to get after it, whether it's in the game or being a teacher or a businessman or whatever it may be. I think that would be a great thing for you guys for me to message to you guys, is that, you know, start thinking now. You know, start being the architect of your life now, your future now. I think it's hard when you're your age to think long term or think ahead, because you're young. You know, you don't have any real responsibilities yet. But they're going to come soon, and the sooner you can start to decide, like, this is what I really love to do in life. You know, whether, like, for example, one of my teammates, Lloyd Pierce, I don't know if you guys have met Lloyd, but he's an assistant coach with the Sixers, and he's been to, I think, Golden State, Sacramento, Memphis. You know, he decided he wanted to stay in the game, and he played in Europe, I think, for a year or two. But the biggest thing he did was he put himself out there. He made connections with coaches. He got in somebody's, you know, maybe I think he started at Santa Clara in the film room, and, you know, worked his way up, met everyone, went to every camp he could, you know, did it for free as long as he had to, until people recognize the type of work ethic he has, the energy he has, the love for the game he has. Before you know it, he's in an NBA film room, and then he's an NBA player development coach. And, you know, now Lloyd must be 36. And he's either top or second assistant on the Sixers for a young team that's just starting out. So, you know, the moral of the story is, you know, to be the architect of your future, plan of what it is that you want to do and what you want to become, and start planting seeds, you know, through connections. But the one thing that I think, no matter what you want to do in life, is if you want to be successful in anything, you got to suffer a little bit. You know, you got to suffer, and you know, you probably suffer a little bit, you know, with coach and practice and playing, and some of you probably, you know, really suffer with your academics and put yourself through it, and you know, I didn't as much, but you know, I graduated, but my passion was basketball, and I went in every night. You know, when Sports Center came on at 11 o'clock, that was my sign to go back to Levy and shoot, and you know, so I suffered. I put myself on the line and suffered. So if you want to be a coach, if you want to be, you know, an academic, if you want to, you know, whatever it is, a business, you have to suffer at some stage to ultimately be successful, and you have to enjoy that suffering. You know, you have to find a way to make a plan, to stick with it, to put yourself in the ringer for hours and hours each day, and stack those days on top of each other, and hopefully years on top of years. And before you know it, you know, you'll really laid some foundations for a career in something that you're passionate about, hopefully. So but somebody wrote that, you know, get obsessed and stay obsessed. You know, I think there's such a negative connotation with obsession, but obsession can be healthy too, right? You know, when you're really obsessed with something in a positive way and you want to push yourself, I'm all for balance in life, for sure. You got to have balance, you got to have perspective. But, you know, find that thing that you just love, and I know there's a very fine line between passion and obsession, but, you know, I don't think it has to be a negative thing. And really get into it, and you'll be surprised how far your passion can take you, and you know, your obsession can take you. So,
Who's the toughest guy you had to guard in the NBA in your career?
Toughest guy? What? I haven't got to guard him that much. He's a pretty great player. I mean, I've guarded Jordan a little bit, and I think he's the best player to ever play the game. You know, I mean, all the best. You know, the LeBron, Kobe, all those guys are, you know, amazing. Kevin Durant, I never really guarded him, but what's that?
What is it like practicing with
Practicing with Kobe, it's good. You know, he's intense. You know, he's an intense guy. You know, stubborn, and intense.
What's the most fun you've had playing?
Most fun.
You can't really remember. It sticks out. Is it
The
possible to have
Olympics.
fun at this level?
The Olympics in 2000, I played in the Olympics. That was as good an experience as I've had in my career. You know, not just the basketball was great. I kind of grew up with our national team with a generation of players, so they're all close friends and important people in my life. But to represent your country, to go to the opening, closing ceremonies, to live in the athletes' village, it's crazy. It's a lot of fun. What else? Had some great years in Dallas, and had some great years in Phoenix. You know, I still talk to guys from those Phoenix days, and they all still say it's never been the same. You know, it's like we had a real college-like team and atmosphere. That was fun. Those were fun teams.
You've played for a few different coaches. What do you take things from those coaches and
yeah,
apply your game?
I'm still learning the game. You know, this game you can learn for, you know, a lifetime. So I take something from all my coaches. Lucky to play for. I played for Cotton Fitzsimmons for 12 games. I played for Danny Ainge, Don Nelson, Mike, Terry Porter, and Alvin Gentry. Those were all my coaches.
What'd you take from Nelly?
Nelly's was great. Nelly's been in the NBA probably since his early 20s, so 40, 50 years by the time he got his hands on me, and real master of the game in a lot of ways. Very creative offensively and old school. He's just a million stories about Nelly. Haven't broke it? I think it was already broken though, wasn't it? Yeah. No, I think it's great. I think it's great. You know, I hope you guys. What's that?
Yeah, he broke it.
Broke it, yeah. I think it's. That's what it's there for. You know, it's for guys to best it. And the game should always be evolving, and growing. And, you know, this generation should be better than my generation, and that's the beauty of the game. Is that people love it, people play it all over the world, and people are getting better at it. And I think it's great when people take it to a new place. So, congrats. Yeah, it's great. Yes, sir.
You still enjoy playing as much as you used to?
I still love to play. It's weird. And through your career, my love of the game takes on different meanings. You know, and right now I do love to play. The hardest thing for me is being healthy to where I can do the things I want to do, which is hard. Some days I'm just stiff and I can't play the way I'm accustomed to playing. And once a week, maybe twice a week, I feel as good as always. So that takes some of the fun out of it. But I still love the game. I still love to prepare and train and try to get better. And lucky guy to still be in the NBA. Somewhat capacity.
Steve, is the story true that Santa Clara was your only offer?
Santa Clara was my only scholarship offer. I had a couple schools in Canada, but it's like, it's like Division II in comparison. So it was my only Division I scholarship, and I was really fortunate, obviously, to get a scholarship.
Steve, going into the Arizona game, were you guys collectively confident?
Did you guys pull off that upset?
Yeah, I don't even know if we were thinking in terms of winning the game as much as we were of, hey guy, come here. Come here.
Somebody.
Oh, look at that. Cool. What do you think? You like him? Yeah?
Like, I'm out of here.
Good talk. I don't even know if we were thinking like about winning or upset. We were thinking about like what we prepared, like having a good performance, sticking to the game plan, defending the way we worked, and moving the ball and making shots for each other. And I think what it says is that we were worried about the process and the details, and the outcome takes care of itself. And that's with everything in life. Like it should be about process and not outcomes. You worry about the day-to-day grind, the steps along the way, and the outcome takes care of itself. But whenever you start thinking outcome, you forget the steps and what's important. I don't know if we were even thinking upset. I can't remember, but that was 22 years ago. But it was a very, very exciting time, and it was a blast. Yeah, it was a blast.